Stop scrolling. This is not just about a jacket. This is not just another celebrity endorsement. This is something that makes absolutely no sense. In just 1 hour it was gone. Completely sold out. Every size. Every region. No warning. No countdown. Just one name. Jungkook. Welcome back to JIKOOK Lover. Before we dive into this unbelievable story, smash that like button right now. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe, because what you're about to hear might be one of the most insane fashion moments of this generation. How can one person wear something, and within 60 minutes the entire stock disappears worldwide? Coincidence? Marketing genius? Or something much bigger? Stay with me, because this story is deeper than you think. The morning felt ordinary. The global fashion industry was moving as it always does. Quiet negotiations, scheduled campaigns, projected sales targets, carefully calculated inventory numbers. No alarms, no breaking news banners, no market disruptions. Then a video appeared, a campaign image surfaced, and in that frame stood Jungkook, wearing a jacket that, at first glance, looked almost understated. Clean, classic, effortless, no dramatic styling, no exaggerated theatrics, just presence. He didn't shout, he didn't perform, he didn't demand attention. He simply existed in it. And within minutes, something began to shift. The first reactions were subtle. A few shares, a handful of comments, fans asking, "Where can I get it?" Links began circulating. Screenshots flooded timelines. Social media feeds started echoing the same question again and again. Is it still in stock? Then came the refreshes. Pages reloaded. Sizes started disappearing. XS vanished first. Then small. Then medium. In some regions, large followed within minutes. Online shoppers described watching the website update in real time, as if an invisible hand was erasing availability one size at a time. People who clicked immediately still found themselves too late. Within 1 hour, the impossible became reality. Sold out. Not partially. Not regionally. Completely. 60 minutes. 3,600 seconds. In less time than it takes to finish a single episode of a series, the product transformed from a standard campaign item into a global headline. How does that happen? Marketing analysts rushed to explain it. They talked about brand equity, fan engagement rates, digital conversion velocity, emotional branding psychology. They discussed the purchasing power of fandom culture and the speed of algorithm-driven virality. Charts were drawn. Data models were imagined. Forecasts were reevaluated. But even with all the numbers, one question lingered. Why that fast? In a world where attention is fragmented across millions of posts every second, how can one appearance trigger such synchronized action? There was no flash sale, no 70% discount, no countdown timer pressuring consumers. Just him. The truth is, what sold wasn't fabric. It wasn't stitching. It wasn't even the logo. What sold was identity. When Jungkook wears something, it doesn't remain a product. It becomes a moment, a symbol, a connection. For millions of fans across continents, purchasing that jacket wasn't just buying clothing. It was buying participation in a shared global experience. It was a way of saying, I was there when this happened. And when scarcity hit, the psychology intensified. The moment people saw out of stock, desire multiplied. Those who hadn't planned to purchase suddenly felt urgency. Those who hesitated felt regret. The absence itself became marketing. But here's where the mystery deepens. This isn't the first time something associated with Jungkook has sold out. And yet, each time it happens, it feels faster, bigger, more explosive. Is it simply the strength of his fandom? The unwavering loyalty of millions who are ready at any second? Or are we witnessing something more profound? An economic phenomenon that traditional industries are still struggling to understand? Because this wasn't just hype. This was synchronized global action. Across time zones, languages, and cultures, people reacted almost simultaneously. The ripple effect moved from Seoul to New York, from Jakarta to London, from Sao Paulo to Tokyo. Screens refreshed everywhere. Credit cards processed everywhere. Confirmation emails sent everywhere. All within an hour. Some skeptics questioned the stock numbers. Was the supply intentionally limited? Was scarcity part of a calculated strategy? But even limited stock doesn't disappear without demand. And demand at this scale cannot be fabricated overnight. What we may have witnessed was the accumulation of years. Years of performances. Years of connection. Years of building trust with an audience that feels emotionally invested. When Jungkook appears in a campaign, he doesn't just bring his face. He brings history, growth, vulnerability, dedication, moments that fans have stored in their memories like personal milestones. That emotional archive activates instantly. So when the image drops, the reaction isn't casual. It's visceral. The jacket becomes more than clothing. It becomes proof of closeness, a tangible piece of a digital bond. And here's the part that truly feels unreal. If one jacket can disappear in 60 minutes, what happens if the stakes are higher? What if it's a limited edition release designed personally by him? What if it's a brand entirely under his creative control? What if the product carries not just his image, but his direct signature? Are we underestimating the economic gravity of a single global icon? Because what happened that day didn't feel like a normal sales spike. It felt like a demonstration, a reminder that influence, when combined with authenticity and timing, can override traditional marketing logic. This wasn't noise. This was impact. And the world noticed. Fashion insiders whispered. Business analysts recalculated. Competing brands observed carefully. When a single campaign triggers such velocity, it forces industries to rethink the formula. Maybe this isn't just about celebrity power. Maybe this is about a generational shift. A world where emotional connection moves markets faster than advertisements ever could. A world where digital communities function like synchronized ecosystems, capable of turning moments into movements instantly. But even as we try to rationalize it, the core fact remains almost absurd. 1 hour, gone. So now the bigger question looms. Was this simply the unmatched loyalty of fans acting in perfect harmony, or are we witnessing the rise of a new kind of global economic force centered around individual influence? If a single appearance can erase global inventory in 60 minutes, how far can this power really go? And if this is only the beginning, then what does the future look like? Because history shows us that cultural power does not stay confined to one industry. It expands. It evolves. It reshapes entire systems. What starts as music becomes fashion. What starts as fashion becomes lifestyle. What starts as lifestyle becomes influence that stretches into technology, beauty, even finance. When a single individual can mobilize millions within minutes, the implications go far beyond retail numbers. Imagine the boardrooms after that hour passed. Executives refreshing dashboards. Analysts staring at real-time sales graphs shooting upward like rockets. Inventory projections collapsing under demand curves that move too fast to predict. Somewhere, someone must have asked the same stunned question the internet was asking. How did this happen so fast? But maybe the better question isn't how. Maybe it's why. Why do millions respond instantly? Why does one image trigger urgency across continents? The answer may not lie in algorithms alone. It may lie in trust, in years of consistent artistry, in authenticity that fans believe in the sense that supporting him feels personal, not transactional. And that changes everything. Because when influence becomes emotional rather than promotional, it stops behaving like normal marketing. It becomes momentum. So now the world is watching more closely than ever. Brands are calculating. Competitors are observing. Fans are waiting.